Hello, adventurers. Welcome back.
Hello, you guys. So today we're visiting an iconic location here in Georgia that was featured in a 1991 Hollywood classic known as fried green tomatoes.
Today, we'll be taking you along with us on this tiny adventure, and you'll know why it's tiny later on in the video.
Yeah, stick around and let's start today's adventure.
Come on, let's go.
Let's go.
All right, you guys. So here we go. So, again, we are here in Juliet, Georgia, the site of the filming for the movie.
Fried green tomatoes in
Yup,
1991. So as you guys can see, it's a really, really small town, and we mean small.
that's what I mentioned earlier. Tiny. This is where tiny comes into play because you guys don't blink because you're going to miss it.
So
So make sure you stick to the watching the whole video. We promise it won't be long because, again, it's super tiny.
So it's a really small country town, and it has a really like this Opry house. We don't know exactly what that would have been back in the day, but you can tell
A
it's really,
music
really old.
house.
Um, but it has a bunch of different little stores and antique stores, besides obviously the Whistlestop Cafe. Now, if you do decide to come to Juliet, especially to come to the cafe, which is really, really iconic, just keep in mind the parking gets kind of filled pretty quickly. So it's,
Very limited.
yeah, it's very limited. And also, when you do come to the cafe, check their times because right now there's a shortage when it comes to staff. So they had to change their hours. But um, there's always a waiting list, so just keep that in mind. So,
Check this out.
a
This
courthouse.
is officially the courthouse of Juliet, Georgia.
So try to picture this town back in 1991 for the movie. Obviously, they had to change it a little bit during that time because for filming to kind of look back in time. But that was again 33 years ago. So you can see from this building on the side, you can still see parts of the original painting of what it would have been back in the day, perhaps Omega flower. So really cool.
And just an FYI, if you do decide to come in spring or summer, make sure you bring bug spray. That is definitely a must because I don't know if you can see it through the eye of the lens right now, but there's a lot of
Oh
bugs
my gosh, a
and
lot.
they will drive you insane. This is what it would have been back in the day, the bank.
Old Liberty Bank. It's now obviously a gift shop,
Yes.
but you can see the facade of the building from back in the day. Really, really interesting.
You guys could see them there in the lens. They just
No, the
flew
bugs are
by.
really, really, really crazy right now. So, um, you're about to try
Fried
green
green
tomatoes for the
tomatoes
first time
for the very first
here
time.
in the Fried Green Tomatoes Cafe from the movie. So, you're ready?
So look at them right here. So fried green tomatoes.
So, let's see. Tell us what you think.
Oh, I will.
The moment of truth, y'all.
Let's dip it in some sauce.
You have to. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, here it
So
goes.
here
Here
we
it
go.
goes. it hot? Yummy?
That's actually really good.
Okay.
I'm surprised. I've
Nice.
never had anything like that.
Okay.
I'm not a huge fan of tomatoes personally, but they taste really good. And this salsa that they serve with it, the sauce is actually really good. It's a little tangy, a little spicy,
Oh, you
but
like that, so
it's a good
you're fine.
compliment
Okay.
to the fried green tomatoes.
Tomatoes. Well, that's it, y'all. He
Real
liked
good.
it. Mission accomplished. And that's what I'm going to eat, which is a pulled pork sandwich and sweet potatoes fries or sticks, and I think that's what
That's
catfish,
that's a
chicken
yard
tenders.
bird,
Oh,
which is a yard bird sandwich, which is chicken tenders sandwich.
okay. Well, enjoy.
Thank you. And this is the cafe we had lunch at, the
The
Whistlestop Cafe. It
the
was
iconic
actually really good. Um, we really enjoyed it.
typical Southern food, but if you do decide to come, you have to try their fried green tomatoes. It's a
Yes,
must.
obviously,
Hence the name of the
iconic.
movie and everything, but you do
Right.
have to try it.
So, as you can see, very quaint, tiny, one street town. Something you only see in movies, really.
Yeah, this
Um,
this town looks like it's made out of something from a movie, really. Something from the South. A town in the South.
that is Juliet.
And right here, coming up close to the cafe, this is one of the main spots for parking. And
Yes,
again, it gets filled pretty quickly.
very quickly. There's also parking right here. This gets really filled quick
All
as
the way,
well.
all the way
All
to
the
where
way
the trash,
down there,
yeah, the trash bin is.
you can park. If you're gonna come to experience Juliet, make sure again that you get here early, and also the times for the cafe, because they do close early.
At 4 o'clock.
At 4 o'clock in
Yeah.
the afternoon, they are done. And also, something we were not aware of, which we found out today, that a lot of their items in the menu are as they have it. So if they run out of it for that day, they're done. They're not going to make any more. They don't have any more. So get here early.
Yeah, they have a board with whichever the
Sides.
specials for the days are, and like he said, once they run out of it, that's it. They're done.
Yep. So now we're going to go back here. So we're going to show you some other interesting things about this area and about the movie as well. For those of you who have seen the movie or are fans of the movies, you're going to know this particular area because, again, it was part of the movie.
It's coming up right here.
It's coming up right now.
So it says, "Here lies Frank Bennett of Valdosta. The secret was in the sauce and here." So let's see how many of you remember the movie and why is mentioning the sauce and what the secret would have been. So we have to test your knowledge of this movie without giving it away for those that haven't seen it. You know,
Exactly.
that's a little homework for you guys. And in the
So,
movie, this fireplace was featured, and
yes.
they would have used it without saying too much. They would have used it for cooking, but you have to check it out.
And that's so cool. They actually have a cauldron right there.
Yeah.
And then we have this area back here, which is also part of the movie. Just the backside of the cafe.
And the seating area, it's not that big, so keep that in mind as well. That's why they have to have a waiting list because it's not a huge cafe.
Yeah, they get really crowded. This is actually a very popular um, cafe, and their food is actually really good. I was very impressed with the food.
And the service too. She was
Yeah,
really
we
really
had
attentive.
Beth.
Beth, yeah.
We sat at the counter because we waited, what, 45 minutes?
Something like that, yes. So you
Yeah,
have a
so.
choice whether you want a booth or whichever seat becomes
Or
available.
first available.
Right. So we sat at the what they called the bar.
Yes.
It was the quickest, I guess. So this is also part of the movie as well.
Home of Smoky Lonesome. And if you guys saw the movie, you know why.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to say too much or give it away because I'm sure there's
Yeah.
quite a few of you guys have who perhaps haven't seen it or never heard of the movie. So if you haven't, please check it out. It's a beautiful, iconic movie for sure.
We're going to go inside
It's really
so you
tiny.
guys get the feel. The lighting in here is spectacular. Ah, I love the lighting in here. Look at this fireplace. Isn't that cool?
And the light above, too.
Yep.
The lantern, yeah.
An old style oil lamp.
And there's some people that have ridden all over the woods here, but just kind of be
Yeah,
mindful of that and be respectful.
exactly. I mean, there's no need to have all of that nonsense in here. I mean, come on. It's just childish. But anyways, which is on. And here we have the Juliet Opryland. Are you gonna perform, Laz?
Well, in order for me to perform, I would have to get paid. So,
Oh well, okay, never mind.
unless I get those funds or some coins, something my way, that's not gonna happen. But it could happen in the future. Stay tuned.
No, it's not gonna happen.
Hey,
Period.
hey, you never know.
Now, again, you guys, if you do decide to make the trip, especially in the late spring, summer, do yourselves a favor, bring bug spray.
Yes, wear comfortable shoes and
Yes,
comfortable clothes as well, because it's gonna get hot really quickly.
very hot.
If you're not familiar with the the weather here, it gets really humid in the summer, so just keep that in mind.
And again, we're back out into the main street. Super cute.
It makes you wonder what's behind
Right.
or
Is
what's
that a porta
inside.
potty? Is that an outhouse? Or is that where they actually used to put drunk people back in the day?
That is a good question.
Is that the jail?
Now, also, you guys keep in mind also there's signs throughout that you can see that there is security alerts. So they have cameras everywhere. So,
Yes,
just be mindful of that and
right
just be
there.
respectful because they are watching. So,
Yeah. So right there you can see there's actual cameras right there. Oh,
and
and there you go
there goes the
again.
train. Yeah.
The train coming
Yeah,
through.
you can hear it in the
You can hear
in the back.
the train whistle, hence whistle stop
Right, the name of the
of the town.
there it goes.
There it goes. All right, you guys. So there you go. That was our venture through Juliet, Georgia, the site of the location where they filmed part of the movie
Fried green
Fried Green
tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
Yes.
So now we're actually going to venture over to the Threadgood House.
So
So,
stay tuned for that part of the video. We'll
yes,
see
you
you
guys,
momentarily.
we'll see you in a little bit. All right, you guys. So we finally made it. Um, as we said, we were going to. We made it to the Threadgood House from the movie Fried Green Tomatoes.
And this is located in Senoia, Georgia.
Only a hour and a half away from the Whistlestop Cafe that we were just at
In Juliet.
in Juliet, Georgia. So we finally made it. As you can all see, this is the house that was featured in the movie. Super iconic.
So this house, it began the construction in 1907, and it sounds like it was constructed or finished about 1910 or so. So it's an old Victorian house from the early 1900s. And there would have
Spot.
been a tree standing right here. There would have been a tree standing right there in the movie where you would have seen the character Chris O'Donnell on the tree as well. But, as you can tell, it has been cut, so it's no longer there.
Yeah. So right there where you see this spot that's bald right there, that's where the tree used to stand.
So this is where the actual wedding in the movie would have taken place in the house, and everything that happened after, right after the wedding, if you guys remember, all the sad part of the movie that happened right after the wedding happened right outside this house, kind of like a minute away from it, which we'll show you in just a second. And you
You
guys can hear
hear,
the train in the back,
yeah, definitely hear the train in the back.
which makes you think of the movie and the train.
Yep, that iconic sad scene in the house in the movie. Sorry,
Was that a frog?
it sounded like a frog
Wow.
or a toad.
Yeah, more like a toad. So there's quite a lot of houses around here that you can tell they're old. They're old, probably from the same era, the early 1900s, which is really pretty.
So now we take your attention over to this side, which, if you guys are fan of the movie or remember the movie, you're going to remember this spot here.
This coming up bridge, if you remembered, this is where most of the characters would have came right after the wedding before the sad part in the movie happened. So this is the actual bridge where they stood 33 years ago,
Yep.
which is really, really cool to be in this spot, to be honest. Like, wow. We're going back in time, you guys. And now we're gonna see another part down there that was featured in the movie. And this is where, sadly, Chris O'Donnell would have lost his life in the movie in front of um, his sister and his fiance as well. If you do remember, he was trying to get the fiance's hat that flew away, and his foot got stuck as the train was coming.
He was trying to set himself free by undoing the shoelaces of the shoe, and unfortunately, he did not have time to set himself free from the shoe, and that's what ended his life. Unfortunate train accident.
And that changed the whole part of the movie for the sister's character right after she lost him, really.
We are literally walking on these things
And they don't
on the
they look old.
railroad tracks.
You can
So
you can tell it's old.
it's not very stable. So I do apologize. And it looks like it's actually closed off over here at the end.
Yeah, I definitely want to see what's back there, if anything.
Let's actually get closer and see what we see.
Yeah, let's see what's on the other side of the bridge. No trespassing.
That's so cool.
It is cool. Hello, you guys. So, wow, I still can't believe that I'm here, in this iconic location where this movie was filmed 33 years ago. Can you believe that? It makes you feel a little bit old, but um, it's just, for us that love old movies and Hollywood classics, it's just amazing to be
Movies,
here,
period.
to be a part of Hollywood history here. It's really, really surreal. I love it. And the bridge looks so cool
It
from
does.
underneath.
And it looks like it has lights, so it might light up at night. They must light it up. That's pretty cool.
I definitely want to see what's underneath. Yeah, it looks old, especially on the side. It looks cool. I gotta take a photo, of course.
All right, adventurers. So here we've reached the end of our adventure for the day.
Oh no! But before we go, we must ask you to please subscribe, hit the like button, and share. And we hope that you enjoyed today's adventure.
Absolutely. Your support is greatly appreciated, and it will help us in the future to bring you a lot more fun adventures
There's more
with
to come,
us.
way more to come. So we must say goodbye for now, but we'll catch you on our next adventure.
See you next time.
Bye!